Awesome. Who else has a win that they'd like to share, either from this past week or from just the entire program overall? How about Tiffany? Are you on? I see your name. I'm not sure if you're on.
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
So, it's actually been really helpful. It's really helped me come out of my box and put myself out there. And also my son turned 1 last weekend too, so sorry,
Aw.
not there.
What day?
On the 28th.
Oh,
We had his party on Saturday.
yay.
So it's been crazy.
Yeah, and you guys have been doing a lot of make and takes, right?
Yeah, we have been, and I actually put another one. This was kind of stepping out of my box. I put it on Kawaii Buy and Sell just to get, let everybody know I've been doing it.
Mhm.
And so I got a lot of feedback from that.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so pretty cool. And then people over.
Oh,
So
sorry,
that's pretty cool.
Wait, sorry,
Yeah.
what was the last thing you said, Tiffany?
People who can't make the actual make and take have been coming over and contacting me, so it's been pretty awesome. Girlfriends that I haven't seen in forever.
To still purchase the make and take items, or to still...
Yes, some of both. One signed up to be a wholesale customer. The others have just done the make and takes, but just getting the information out there and sharing, I guess.
Okay, and is Kawaii Buy and Sell, is that like a Craigslist or?
Kinda. Well, it's like a Facebook.
Oh.
So it's like an advertising thing for Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you posted your class on there, and you got good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that is definitely going outside of your comfort zone, right? You're like, that's
Totally
public. It's a public post for everybody. Oh, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, stepping out of your comfort zone, it feels so scary until you do it, and then you're like, oh, that actually was kind of good.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Who else has a win to either share from the past week or the whole entire program? How about Leanne? Would you like to
Hi. I was just kind of like going through mentally. I guess just this past week would be I had an opportunity to kind of share with a lot more people, just people kind of responding to some of like my Facebook posts or whatnot, and then reaching out and asking me like, hey, I don't really use the oils, but I have this going on, and what would you recommend? And so kind of it's sparking more conversation with people that I didn't necessarily maybe have on my list of 100, which is kind of part of the reason why I do what I do. And then I did have Bridget posted an article, I think it was from like Health News or something like that, about how essential oils can help with asthma and allergies. And she had posted it. So I took it and I reposted it. And I had somewhat of a negative comment from one person on it about how, I tried this and it put too much moisture in the air, therefore in my lungs, and it's not like in all caps for everyone. And I had not said anything even remotely like close to that in my repost, but it was a win for me to be a bigger person. And I private messaged that person and I was like, thank you for supporting my business. I'm sorry you had a negative experience. If you ever want to try something different, reach out to me, and kind of tried to take it from that, because initially at first I was like, how dare her put something like that on my post.
Yeah.
But just trying to like remind myself that this is my business. So negative is also good because it gives you a different perspective. You're not always getting all the wins from people who are using. You get the people who it doesn't help. It's not going to help everyone. So and she responded and she was like, oh, well, I didn't diffuse it. I just like had it in my hand and I had like a dehumidifier going, and like then it was this whole like
The real
story. Yeah. So probably just those couple of things for this week. It's been kind of a quiet week, but those were kind of a couple of things that stood out to me.
That is a win for sure. Learning how
Yeah.
to respond to feedback that isn't like ideal.
Yeah.
It is really good, and it sounds like it helped her to come around and really come to the truth of it herself, right? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't actually, and I was using a humidifier that's putting moisture in the air.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she was like using like oils from like Walmart on top of it all. Like it was like the worst possible oils. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, well, it kind of explains why it didn't work for you. So if you want to try again ever, let me know and I can help you out.
I've definitely had a few people who have either just been like, oh, doTERRA's just overpriced, blah, blah, blah. Or I've used oils my whole life, or, I just get them from the health food store or whatever, and have had negative feedback. And in doing more discovery and asking more questions and finding out more about their experience, or even negative experiences with network marketing, asking more questions and finding out more about their experience really helped them open up, and it takes down that wall, and they'll share more with you. And then they also get to the point where they're open to either looking at the business or the product in a different light. And I've had a few people come around and really actually start to really love oils, like throughout all their other health food store oils, and we're like, oh, actually these work really good. But had I been defensive, he never even would have tried them, right? So yeah, that's such a great win, because shifting that perspective is a huge shift for you. That's really great. Who else?
I have a win for the program. Program is a win. When you and I decided that we were going to try to do this, because this is not really how Pre-Elite was designed, but we wanted to do it on a bigger scale to accommodate more people, and we really weren't sure how this was going to go and if it would actually work. But you guys have consistently shown up and actually completed the assignments and put yourselves out there, and opened yourselves to us, and I think just this past month it's really shown. Everyone that's consistently participated has ranked up. I think Miley and I were talking about that, and so I think that it goes to show that you get what you put in. And I think that even though we didn't know how this was going to go, I think it's been a win for sure. And being able to connect with all of you, a lot of people I didn't actually know. I would only know off of social media, and it's been nice to connect people and faces to those tags. So that's a win.
Absolutely. This, like we said in the beginning, this was a test pilot of doing this as a group. And yeah, last week seeing how everybody, because it's 2.5 months. And so the first month is obviously everyone's just getting started. And then that second month is when you guys are putting things really into practice. And so seeing pretty much all of you guys rank up last month was like, wow, that investment of time and that vision, and you guys just sticking to it and trusting us with that has been such a powerful thing. So I'm actually going to be launching a new, I think it's 8 weeks. I got to look at my notes. An 8-week training because of how amazing you guys did in this. I'm going to try and do something like this, but open it to more people. Just because seeing how this has really helped your guys' businesses blossom. So thank you guys for being willing to participate in our first run at this. How about, let's see, I already shared. How about Malia? Everybody's boxes keep moving around. I'm like trying to go across and make sure everybody.
Hi.
Morning.
Let's see, a win for the week. I don't know. I don't have anything very specific, but just like seeing things continue to keep moving forward, and like continuing to make contacts with people, and even people who I feel like have, drifted away, keep coming back around and asking me questions out of the blue. And when I think they're kind of like over it and not interested, then I'll randomly see them and they'll be like, oh, I wanted to ask you, what about this? What about that? And it just kind of shows me that even though people are out of sight, it's not necessarily because it's out of mind. And sometimes I think that. And this week has shown me a lot. I've had like a few different interactions with people where they've randomly asked me questions when I kind of wrote them off. And so like just remembering to keep in contact with people and stay out there, and they'll come around when the timing's right for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
Yeah.
made me think of something else too that Leanne shared about, like people asking like, oh, what would I do for this? And really going back, you guys, to that training, and I'm going to do more of this in that next program. You guys are all, of course, welcome to participate in too. But that sales training of like setting appointments, right? So rather than just answering their questions on the spot, here what I usually do is set up a time where we can go over your top health concerns. I'll go over a little bit about the company and our top products, and my part will take about half an hour, right? That script. And that way you're getting them from this interest into, showing them this is your business and that you are professional about it. And that what I'm going to do is set up a time for us to talk, because that's going to help you convert that interest actually into a member.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you'll get people like, now that you're treating your business like a business, right? And now that you're really stepping into this, you are going to see that. Right, Malia, like you're experiencing these people coming up and going, oh, so I've been thinking about you, because they know you do this, right? And they know that you're actually showing them that this is something that you are actually consistent about, and this is what you're really doing. It's not something you dabbled in. It's not a hobby. Like, so then when they approach you and you share that with them, like, well, what I normally do is set an appointment. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, like let's do that. And you set yourself up as the leader in that sales relationship, and let them know, like, this is how I do it. We're going to go and I'm going to share with you this. And then if you find something you like, I can help you purchase it. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. And it'll just really kind of shift it into making something that's going to be more likely to end in a sale for you. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And it makes people feel more important too, that you're going to set that time aside for them and really treat them like you care. Well, I mean, we do. We care, and we want to help them on a one-on-one, really with my attention focused on you and your needs,
Right.
rather than just a random conversation
At the grocery
in a setting where you can't concentrate.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And you're definitely going to be set up to better serve them. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. How about Lisa?
This week, I think my biggest win is we started our 2 advocates on pre-elite.
Oh my gosh, so exciting.
Yeah.
You guys did the orientation call this week?
Yes.
Oh, how cool. And who is that?
Kendra and Haley.
Oh, nice. Oh, very exciting. And you guys are going to do it together?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, that is super exciting. Very, very, very exciting. Yeah. Our and this program, like, that's one of the things I really love about it, is that it's all built in, so you can go through it, and then you can also mentor people through it right after. Like, it's just made for that. So it's really cool.
Great.
Yeah. And then what you got out of the program, so you're going to be able to share that with them too.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Kylie? I know Kylie messaged she might not be ready to jump on. Give her a second. Okay, so I think she's gonna jump on later. I know she'd sent a message that she wasn't quite ready yet. So I totally dropped the ball and did not post the post for you guys to put your 5 strengths in. Did anybody do their strengths finder? You did? What is your what is your top strength?
Who are you talking to?
Anyone who did it.
Mine's is positivity, learner, individualization, connectedness, and input.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
I like taking like tests like that.
Yeah. That's so fun.
So I immediately, that's like the first thing I did. I was like, oh, what? A test?
Did anybody else take it? Well, you guys get an extension because I didn't put the thing up. But it is the most interesting thing that you'll do is finding out so much about yourself. And the thing that I really love is that things that you maybe saw as weaknesses or things wrong with yourself, things that you could have self-criticism about, and then you find out it's your strength. And so I heard a quote that like your biggest weaknesses are actually your strengths just turned up a few notches too much. So say you think you're like too much this. It's actually, it could be your strength. It just is over amplified. So anyway, things that I've been self-critical about, I found out were actually strengths of mine. So I really am excited for you guys to take that test. It took me about 30 minutes, I think. How long do you think it took, Tara? 30 minutes?
I actually took it less than that because I read that put the first answer that comes to mind. So I was like blowing through that.
Oh, see, some of them I'm like, I have both.
Yeah. There was a few like that.
But yeah, basically there's I think it's 35 strengths that are prevalent, and it's going to tell you what your top strengths are, and then you can read about those strengths. So I'll drop that in the page today. And then the other thing that would be really great is now that we're completed. So, we're so excited to review the growth that you've had during this program. And so to do that, we want to take those, the assessments that you guys did and go ahead and fill out that final column that's on there and have you share what your development level is on each of those now. And then again, drop those in the assessment post on the Facebook group so we can compare them to each other. Kylie's on now. Kylie, do you want to share a win from last week? Or the program in its entirety, whichever one you feel more called to share.
I think I was thinking a lot about this last week about the program, and I know that I kind of heard Jenna talking about it earlier about how we did it in a group instead of I guess like the way that it was designed like individually, and I'm like I can't imagine doing it by myself, and like I think that it made it like a lot more fun, and I don't know, better for me at least to like be able to for us to like learn in a group and like hear what everybody else has to say and what we're all learning together. And I don't know, I think that I'm like for other people going forward, I feel like it might be helpful to do it in the group too, but I know that it doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah, I think this group turned out way more successful than I had anticipated. I didn't really know what it was going to look like, but I thought, how are we going to help all these people do this training? And we've actually had a lot of people who were, in weeks 2 and 3 and 4, like, oh, can I join? And I was like, it's kind of a fast pace, like you guys had a lot of stuff and, a lot of people fell out, but I really think the people who want to do the program and want to do the work and want to actually show up for themselves are going to do that. And so it did whittle down to a smaller group, and it is what it is, right? So, yeah, I think that hearing everybody's different experiences has been so beneficial. So, and I'm definitely trying to take that and put that into this next one that we're going to be running a little bit differently, though. Yeah. Okay, thank you for sharing. So, yeah, we'll do the assessments, if you guys can do that for us and load them up. And then I also wanted you guys to kind of look at which of the 6 success beliefs do you feel you made the greatest strides in. So we'll do a final review of the 6 success beliefs, and you guys can kind of mentally, or jot down on a paper on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you believe these are true for you? And so 1 is no, and number 10 is yes, that's totally true. And then I want you to kind of also think, and I'm going to ask you guys to share not what your levels are now, but which one do you think you made the biggest change in? So if you always felt like I'm good enough and you still are answering 10, yes, I'm totally good enough, then that's not going to be your one, but it's going to be the one that you felt like really was not true for you and that now you're actually able to feel confident about. So as we're going through, just kind of make a note of which one, because I'm going to ask you guys to each share which one you made the most improvement in. Okay. So again, 1 is no and 10 is yes. So number 1 is I am good enough. I am good enough. Number 2 is I am lovable. I am lovable. Number 3, I am successful. Yeah, I am successful. Number 4 is I am capable. Okay, I am capable. Number 5 is I am supported. I am supported. And the last one is I am deserving. Okay, I am deserving. So let's go through, and if everybody could share which one they made the biggest improvement in, that they feel more confident about now.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So the I am supported one, I think I touched on this last week when I made you cry. We'll try not to make you cry again. But it was funny because I was talking with my boyfriend this morning and I was telling him, oh, it's the last call. And he's like, wait, but what happens after this? Like, who do you talk to after this? And I'm like, yeah, Emma, that's the thing. I'm like, I always knew these people were there and like, but I just didn't know that they were so supportive of the system and the way it is. I'm sorry, I can't help it. But, I was just like, and I was talking a lot about you because I was like, Emma, this is somebody who like in the organization, she has driven her own business so much, Emma, but she's so reachable. And I'm like, and I just didn't know that previous to doing the pre-elite. I mean, I knew Malia was there, obviously, and I knew Bridget was there, but the going farther up and finding people who have had more years of experience and more success with the business. So I think for me, I'm walking away with that idea of just really realizing that as a whole, there's so much support for me as a businesswoman doing this. And I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't done this class. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you for being here. This is, like I shared, this is why I love to do this. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this. Yeah. Who else would like to share what they most improved in, feel more confident about? I'm going to call on you if you don't volunteer. Let's see. Oh, Tara walked away. How about Tiffany? I can't see if you guys are there or not.
You would call on me next. Mine is the same thing as having the support. I know I've never met you directly, but it's really nice to know like that you're there. And Lehua has been like my rock, full on, just 2,000 texts a day. And I'm sure it's annoying, but she still answers every single one with no, so then really, really nice.
She's awesome.
And then just knowing, like when I went to that course and I met Lassen, that was amazing. So, and the fact that I could call her anytime is just like I'm calling a movie star or something.
So cool.
Yeah. So that's that for me, is that you guys are there and that you're successful, and just knowing that I just keep going and not giving up is how you're going to get it.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's all.
Kind of the same thing, but like, and I guess I feel the same, you know, with like me always and like her like asking me questions, but like always being there to help me in like learning and my business, and then but also like at home, like with my husband and my family. Like in the beginning, they're like they don't really get it, I think, and then you know when we talk to them about it like during the week or more, and like teach them about what, not just about like what essential oils are and stuff, but just about the business and what I'm trying to do, then I feel like they're more supportive of it because they get it more through what I'm learning through Preely and what I'm getting from you guys.
Absolutely. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, so it's not just feeling more supported by like this group, but just in general, your belief is that you're more supported. And then that ends up showing up in other ways in your life too. Yeah, it's super cool. You'll hear it more and more, but your business is a reflection of your life. So if you're having challenges in your life, it'll be reflected in your business as well, or vice versa. And if you are growing in ways in your business, you'll see that growth in your life as well. So they're really parallel, and it can be overwhelming because if it's things are not going well, then you're like, things aren't going well here or there, and it's like all not working. But when you start to see what it is that's not working, you'll find that it's really one solution for both. I know that's been very much the case for me. And then it's just like realizing that, right? Those challenges are messages, and seeing that it's like, oh, now I know where to work. And if I can shift that, then it brings balance back to both. So they're really mirrors to each other. So yeah, let's see. Who else didn't go yet? Lisa?
So mine is pretty much the same.
Okay.
I've worked in the hospitality industry for 20 years. I've run companies, so I've always been the cheerleader and supporting everybody below me, but I've never really had to start from the bottom and have the support that I have to grow that I'm getting with doTERRA. So this is totally different. I can reach out to Tara, I can reach out to Bridget, and I can have whatever conversation, and they're available for me. Where running your own company and running a whole business, you have to be that person that's always available, and you have nobody to turn to for help. Where this way, it seems like I have everybody to turn to for help. So it's a totally different area for me, but I'm enjoying the fact that it's available.
Yeah, totally. I'm so glad you guys are on our team. I know you guys didn't have support before, so I'm really glad you guys are here.
Yeah, we're glad to be here.
I learned so much from you guys too, so it's really cool. Let's see. Tara, did you share it?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, mine's is the same thing as everyone else. Mine's is that I am supported. I guess I'm so used to doing things just, very independently. And I'm just that type of person who just does things that way. I've always been that way. And it's kind of hard sometimes when you don't have the support, trying to hold it together.
You don't have to hold it together.
So I've actually never been in this situation where I was so supported doing anything. And so to see how much I am supported, it's it's just really, really great. And even not just in the business sense. I mean, I love that our whole team is a bunch of moms, and just in that, because sometimes I don't feel supported in that, and just you guys being other moms and me seeing you guys doing it, and that it can be done. And I can ask these just random questions about the kids and stuff. That's another thing. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. Let's see. That's everybody. Oh, you guys, it's so interesting that each of you chose that the belief of I am supported as being the one that you made the biggest improvement in. And what that really is calling out to me is that in our society, in these times, that most women don't feel supported, right? If you guys had a big improvement in that, that means that was one of your lowest beliefs in the beginning, right? When we started this 8 weeks ago, that was something that you didn't really feel was true for you. And to be able to, at the end of this program, to feel that and to know that is so amazing. And to also know that, like, we don't only have oils to offer people, right? We have this feeling of support and community to be able to offer to people, which is so powerful. And that, I mean, if each and every one of you chose that, how many other women out there are feeling unsupported and like they don't really have anyone else to turn to? So really, I invite you to kind of like spend some time journaling about that and what that is, and realizing what it is that you have to offer to others now that you have found that. Because it's not only that you have us to support you, that feeling, right? That belief of I am supported is a belief that you have now. It's how you feel, and that's how you show up. And so it's how you're going to show up in your relationships. It's how you're going to show up with your kids, in your business, in all these different ways, and that you actually have that to offer to others now who are looking for that. So that's really, really interesting. Like I said, we've never done a group before, so I don't know if everybody had chosen the same one. That's really interesting. I'm definitely going to spend some time journaling on that too as well. So thank you guys for sharing that and your honesty. And some other journal prompts you guys might want to write down just to kind of look through after this going forward is, looking back over your personal and your personal and professional development over this past 8 weeks is so amazing. And to see what has grown and changed with you. So looking back and asking, like, what have I learned the last 8 weeks is a really great one, because it may not be like how to invite someone. It may be I've learned how to do things that make me nervous and that I actually am really good at this or this, right? So look at what have I learned about myself in the last 8 weeks? What was most surprising about the program? Now, what was unexpected? Like, you knew this was going to be a doTERRA business training, but it's a lot more than that. So what was most surprising to you? And I might make a prompt on the page for you guys to share that one, because I would love to find out what that was for you guys. Taking some time to journal about this is really going to be a great reminder and a resource for you to review when you have new leaders who are going through either pre-lead or even who are going through this growth phase in their business. Because what you're going to find is your things that happen in your business, good or bad, are going to happen to the people who come onto your team. So, obviously there's great things that happen, but there's also really challenging things that happen. And that doesn't ever stop. Like, even at this point in my business, I still have things that are so challenging. And I have to stop and remember that this is a lesson, and this is happening for me because I'm getting the opportunity to learn this, because somebody who's coming after me is going to have this situation, and I'm going to be able to say, you know what, I understand that happened to me. Here's what worked for me. This might work for you. This might not, but I do understand what you're going through right now. And that is so valuable when you're mentoring new people in your business. So yeah, keep, journaling these things will really help when you have people that are kind of at the same point in your business. And then making sure to find an accountability partner is really great. So you definitely have your mentor, but if you feel like you're really connected with somebody on this group, you can also do that and, have it like an accountability partner. I like to call it like a running partner, like somebody who you feel like you really click with and who's maybe moving at a similar pace, and you can check in like, hey, maybe you guys set a goal of how many invites you want to do a week, or how many classes you want to do a month, or how many enrollments you want to get a month, whatever it is. And you guys can, check in with each other. Different than it can be your mentor, absolutely, but it can also not be your mentor. It could also just be someone who you really like to check in with. So, and they don't have to be in this group, but they might be. And, it's really just been, okay, I'm totally not going to cry. It's just been really an honor to work with you guys this last 8 weeks and seeing you guys all moving forward and like gaining so much confidence. And what I'm really excited for you to learn and to express is the self-leadership in your business, for you guys to become the leaders of your business. Like, we're all still here. The way that this type of business works is we are all part of one team. But what's really powerful is when you take ownership of your own business and your own team and create your personal culture. And that's what's going to attract people to join you. So we want to create a plan for your future success by reviewing the book Self-Leadership and the 1 Minute Manager, and using the Situational Leadership 2 model. So I know you guys did leadership and the 1 minute, blah, blah, blah. Leadership and the 1 Minute Manager. Then this is another variation of that book, and it's called Self-Leadership and the 1 Minute Manager. So there's 3 tricks to self-leadership, and they are challenge assumed constraints. So challenge assumed constraints, activate your power, your points of power. So activate your points of power. And then 3 is be proactive, get what you need to succeed. So those are the 3 tricks to self-leadership. And then for the last 8 weeks, we've had you challenge the assumptions of what you can create in your life by addressing core beliefs, right, that keep most people stuck, right? Like, I can't be successful, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not supported enough, or I'm not deserving, right? We've been able to like turn those around and to help you guys feel confident in them. I am good enough. I am lovable. I am successful. I'm capable. I'm supported, and I'm deserving. And if you need to put those up somewhere where you can see all 6 of them and remind yourself, do it, right? If you need to read those every day or every morning, or any of the affirmations that we did during the past 8 weeks, if any of those are still feeling like, I'm saying this, but it does not feel true, keep doing that one, right? Go back to those ones. See what you're like, that's still a 5 for me. You guys have these. You guys have these tools now. So like you can do them on your own. And that's another thing that you could share with an accountability partner or a running partner. Like, hey, I was feeling really stuck on this one. Oh, I was feeling okay. Let's agree to like do this every morning, right? Hey, did you do your affirmation this morning? Oh no, I didn't. I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna go do it right now. Thanks for reminding me. Right? Finding somebody who wants to like be that partner for you. It could even be your spouse. It really doesn't have to be somebody in here, but it could be. Right? So challenging those assumptions, and that's what ends up keeping people stuck. And so even if it's not a belief for you right now, it could be later, right? Like maybe right now you're like, I'm totally capable. I got this. Well, say in like 5 months, something happens. You're like, I don't know if I got this. I don't know if I could do this. Go back to it, right? So these are there for you because these will change. Other things will happen, and these little negative voices come back sometimes. So you have these tools now. So those things I would make sure to keep where you can still use them, because those are not just one and done, right? You may want to go back to those. And then as you move into a more the D3, the development level 3 place in your business where you need high support and less direction, we want to know how we can give you that support. So to do this, you're gonna I'm actually gonna ask you guys to answer these on the Facebook group. So if you look out for this post, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions just on where you're wanting to go moving forward from here. And I think it would be really great for everybody to see each other's answers, to see what goals you guys are setting here from like graduating from pre-lead. So here's the questions. You'll see them again written down, though, so you don't have to worry about them writing it down right now. I'll put it on the Facebook group. But where do you want to go? I mean, where do you want to go with this business? Now that you've seen what you've seen, where is it that you want to go? What do you need to know and do to get there? What skills, strengths, and resources do you need to develop? What kind of support do you need? And what is your deadline? And I think you guys will all have different answers to these, but it'd be really great to see where everybody's it's like when everybody graduates from high school, right? Everyone goes to different colleges and wants to do different careers and different things. So I would love to see what everybody wants to do from here on out. And then also so that myself and your other mentors can know how to best support you guys in this. Because everybody can do this business in a different way, in a different timeline, and each of them is perfect. So it's really going to be about what is it that you want to do. And everybody has different things going on in their lives, different factors that are going to weigh in. So don't feel like you need to compare it to anybody else's timeline or goals or anything. This is really about where do you want to go after college, right? Pick your college, pick your career. What is it you want to do? So we would love to hear. And the other part of that is that once we all know what everybody wants to do, we can all cheer each other on. Okay, so even though we'll be done with this program, we can still be like, oh my gosh, that's what she said she wanted to do. She's doing it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that in the group. Let's see. I'm just so excited. Through our contact from here and moving forward, we're going to be less about the directional leadership that's in that book, the D1 and D2. And we're always here to encourage and support you guys as you continue to build your own diamond teams and grow into your capacity to serve the world with your unique brilliance. And, I want you to know that all of us, all of your mentors, we really believe in you guys and all of your potential. This business is just so phenomenal that anybody can do this. It's available to everybody, anyone who wants to do it. Not everyone's going to do it. It's not for everybody, but everybody could if they wanted to. So, I really am so honored that you guys took this time to devote to yourselves and to your business. And I just want to thank you for that. And I will put those things on the Facebook group, and I can't wait to hear more about that. And then I will be sharing more about the training stuff that I'm going to be launching that you guys have learned most of it. But if you're at all like me, like I still go to basic trainings and I still take notes. Like last weekend, I spent through 2.5 days at a weekend long training and have like a whole folder full of notes. I think that that's one of the keys to growing this business is always be learning, always be open to learning from different people. And so I'm definitely not the only person to learn from, for sure. But I am always here for you. And so I am going to be doing another training that's going to be kind of based off of what I learned from this group, from you guys, of how to do this dynamic. But, of course you guys are welcome, but really be looking at any new sharers and new builders that you guys have brought on and tapping them into that to help your team grow in that way. Not just you learning how to do things, but sharing with your new people to learn what you've learned. Again, it's not going to be this same thing, and I'll be announcing more details about it soon, but it will be an opportunity to learn the basics of the business. And then if you have people who, like I know Lisa said, has 2 people starting on pre-lead, if they want this more handheld experience of going through something like this, then you can also do pre-lead with them because you guys are now graduates. So you can do this for people as well. Probably won't be this big of a group, but it's not actually intended to do this way. normally it would be a mentor, an accountability partner, and a brand new person. So what would happen is you guys who are participating in this, who are just graduated, you would actually graduate to be an accountability partner, and your upline mentor would be the mentor teaching the class. So you'd still be involved and you'd be learning it, but your new person would be the participant. So that's how that works with pre-lead. So if you guys want to look more into that. So somebody who wants more of this handheld experience, that's what they would do. But everybody is going to be able to go into the other training. And then the other thing I'm going to be announcing, I haven't announced it to everybody yet, but I'm going to be doing a webinar on mine and Kaliko's our path to Blue Diamond, and how that, our story and what that looked like for us for the last 3.5 years. People have been asking me to do that for a long time, and I haven't done it. So I'm going to be sharing all of our stuff, and so I'm excited to share that with you guys. And that's it. You guys are officially graduated. I can't even believe it. It was so fast. But do you guys have any questions? Anything about this last few weeks?
I'm kind of curious to know, since it was kind of open-ended, I'm kind of curious to know what everybody's affirmation was for this past week.
Yes.
Just to hear what people chose as their own go-to, because I thought that was kind of a really interesting way to do it at the very end.
Yeah. Does anybody do you want to share yours?
I went with I am a badass. It just kind of fit, and I used motivate. Just kind of, I've been feeling kind of low on the driven end, and so I was like, maybe that's the one I need to use, and I need to keep reminding myself, even when I'm feeling like I'm not, that I am. And so that was what I went with. And I actually went into the emotions. Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Pretty much. And I used the emotions book because I wanted to kind of really hone in on what my emotions were that I was feeling. And there were several oils that I could have used, but I just went with the good old motivate, because I kind of felt like that was what I really needed, was a little kind of kick in the butt.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's awesome. Love it. Who else wants to share their affirmation from last week? Tara doesn't want to share hers. I was supposed to post that too on the page. Sorry. Anybody else want to share theirs? Everybody's looking away. Sorry, Leanne. I don't think anybody wants.
Okay.
Any other questions, you guys, as we wrap up? I'll post it. I'll post that question because I did make the image for it and I just didn't get it up there. But oh, Tiffany, did you want to share yours?
Oh no, I'm good.
Did you? Oh wait, I didn't hear that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you guys. Well, that's it for our 8 weeks of pre-lead. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you have a question, Tara? Look like you're trying to say something. No? Okay. Oh, we're just looking through the chat. Okay. Okie dokie, you guys. I will see you soon. Okay, bye.